Okay, we are now going to take a look at histograms. So again, the general idea for a histogram is to provide a visual summary of quantitative data. So we are trying to provide a visual summary of quantitative data. And in the case of a histogram, we are less concerned with specific values and more concerned with just sort of a general idea of where the values fall. So how histograms work is we break the data up into groups based off of where we fall. So we break the data into groups based off of where it falls. So instead of looking at specific numbers, we look at ranges of numbers. So for example, instead of looking at specific ages, we look at age range. So instead of specific ages, we might group by age range. So I have an example, which is precisely looking at ages. So in this example, a teacher collected the ages of all of her students. The ages are recorded below. So we have the ages 23, 28, 18, 20, 22, 29, 37, 33, 42, 19, 20, 25, 23, 18, 35, 57, 19, 28, 31, and 26. So before we make our histogram, I'm going to go ahead and just make a quick dot plot, and we can see how the dot plot and the histogram are related. So in our dot plot, let's see, let's just count by tens, going from 10 all the way up to 60. So we've got 20, 30, 40, 50. So we had a 23, 28, 18, 20, 22, 29, 37, 33, 42, 19, 20, 25, 23, 18, 35, 57, 19, 28, 31, and 26. So in this case, we don't have very many of any individual ages. They're all kind of spread out. We don't necessarily care if we have the people's very specific ages. It might instead make sense to lump by age range. So when we talk about age, we often talk about people in their teens, in their 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s, in their 50s. That's basically what we are going to do here. So if we look in each range, we are going to count, we have from 10 to 20, from 20 to 30, from 30 to 40, 40 to 50, and 50 to 60. We are going to count 20 in the 20 to 30s, 30, in the 30 to 40, 40 in the 40 to 50, etc. So we're going to include the bottom number, and the top number will go in the next bin. So the number 20, we're going to use this 20. The number 30, we're going to include in this bin. 40 will include here. 50 will include here. So if we go by this, then in this first category, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 dots before we hit 20. So here we have 4 dots. Then between 20 and 30, we have quite a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So between 20 and 30, we had 10 dots. From 30 to 40, we have another 4 dots. 40 to 50, there is just 1 dot. And 50 to 60, again, there is just 1 dot. So those are all our individuals. So we have 4 individuals between ages 10 and 20, 10 individuals in their 20s, 4 individuals in their 30s, 1 in their 40s, and 1 in their 50s. Right. Now we're going to translate this to a histogram. So in our histogram, so this is our histogram over here. Down below will be their ages. And along the side will be what we call the frequency. Frequency is just the head count. So our ages, we were counting by tens. So we have 0 in the corner. Then we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Our frequencies, the highest number of dots we had in any category was 10. So we know we have to go up to 10. Here's 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Then for each category, we're going to draw a bar. So from our 10 to 20, we had 4 dots. So for 10 to 20, we are going to draw a bar that extends all the way from 10 to 20, which goes up to 4. So its height is 4. This has 4 dots. 4 individuals fall between 10 and 20. 20 to 30, we went all the way up to 10. 30 to 40 was again at 4. 40 to 50 was just 1, as was 50 to 60. So this is our histogram. Each bar's height is precisely how many individuals fell in that age range. From here, we're going to answer a few questions. So first off, based on the histogram, we are going to forget that we knew the list of numbers. Forget we have the dot plot. Just based off the histogram, what age range was the most frequent? We are looking for the tallest bar, right? So this is going to be the highest bar. So in this case, that was the 20 to 30 years old. Next up, based on the histogram, how many students' ages were recorded? So if we didn't have the dot plot, we didn't have the list of individual data values, the way we can do this is we can add up all of the frequencies. So if we want to add up all of the frequencies, we need to first count the frequencies. So from 10 to 20, that bar has height 4. 20 to 30, the bar has height 10. 30 to 40, the bar has height 4. 40 to 50 is height 1. 50 to 60 is also height 1. So we can just add up those frequencies. So if we do 4 plus 10 plus 4 plus 1 plus 1, we wind up getting that we had 20 individuals to start with. Again, remember each box or each bar basically has all those dots within it. So we have 4 dots, 4 individuals. Last up, based on the histogram, what was the age of the oldest student? So forgetting the dot plot, forgetting the list of data values, we know that we have a student between 50 and 60, but that is as much as we know. So we know that they're somewhere between 50 and 60 years old. Again, just looking at the histogram, we cannot see where that one individual is precisely, just that they are between 50 and 60. So the histogram is definitely a summary. We lose a little bit of information. We no longer know the specific data values. All right, that's a quick intro to histograms. I will see you in the next video.